Hey guys, how's it going today? I wanted to talk about Urban Decay Naked Palettes, and I have the 3 original ones because once upon a time I was really obsessed with Urban Decay. I ended up with 3 Naked palettes, 2 Vice palettes. I think that was the extent of, that's where I stopped. At the second Vice palette, I was kind of like, I'm a little bit over this by now, but I got really pulled in when the hype was really all about Naked 1 about 6 years ago. So I got this, I got all 3 probably within a month to 2 months after they came out. The first one was like insanely popular. It was really hard to get at the time. And I just wanted to share my feelings about these palettes after having them for quite some time now. To be honest, I don't remember when the other 2 came out because I wasn't as hyped about them. I was really hyped about the first one, so I kind of remember that was 2011. I've had them all for quite some time now, so I wanted to share my opinion about which one I think is most worth your money. Now, I've written a blog post about this before that I'll link below, and I kind of went through which ones I use the most. I think each one suits like a different need. So the first one that came out, I don't think they did it with the intention that there was going to be 2 more, because I don't think that Urban Decay knew at the time just how popular this one was going to be. And I know by now that there are tons of YouTube reviews, like first impressions, like makeup tutorials with these, but you know, I figured that since I've had them for a few years, it would kind of be good to talk about just because they are quite expensive. I think they all retail for about $59 now. When I first got the first one, it was at $49, which seems like a steal now. And it comes out, I think, to like oh god, I'm so bad at math. Like $5 a color, $3 to $5 a color, depending on how much you pay and if you have any coupons and stuff. So this is the first one. It is my most used one just because I've had it so long. So I definitely use the first one the most by far. And I think by now we all kind of know what this looks like. And as you could tell, like I definitely love, what is it? Virgin. Oh my god. I love this. I use it all the time. It's the only one of all the Naked palettes I've hit the pan on. Now, I'm not like really heavy on the eyeshadow most days, so I rarely hit the pan on anything. So that one is just a really good highlighter color and blending. The first one I feel is really good for anyone. I don't know. Like, I just think that they came out with really unique colors that didn't really have an intention of being like warm or cool tones. So I think it's like a good mix of like different kind of undertones, and I don't know. I just feel it's the most versatile of all of them. So this is the second one that came out. Oh shit. Somehow I wrecked this one between the last time I used it. I don't know how that happened. How the hell did that happen? So as you can see, there's snakes in them apparently. I cannot think about when I used this last. This one left a bad taste in my mouth because when I got it, one of the colors had fallen out and I had to put it back in. And I just feel like all of them are pretty fragile. Again, Booty Call, the blending color, this one is the most used in this palette. And this one is the one I probably dislike the most, even though I think the range that are the lighter colors I do like quite a bit. But I remember when I got this, it was really hard to close. I actually had to break off the tabs on it. Like you could see that they're busted. Like this is so bad. Like this wasn't well manufactured. So I think they just like rushed to put out the second one without really doing the quality control that this should have. Now, I could have sent this back and been like, hey, give me a non-busted eyeshadow palette please, because I couldn't close it. I had to literally break off the hinges, and now I keep this closed with a rubber band. So that might explain why I hate it so much. I don't know why I didn't send it back because it did cost $59. But yeah, I quite like this one. It's alright. I don't find myself reaching for it that often, but it is nice if you're more into like cool tones. I also probably should have cleaned these before putting them on camera, but hey, when the mood strikes you to make a video about Naked palettes, you just gotta do it. So yeah, and these are kind of nice because it has like a little bit silver tones, like very metallic as well, whereas the first one is definitely a lot of browns. So this one was supposed to be the neutral one, and like I said, it kind of closes. But if that ever happens to you, send it back. I don't know why I did it. So the third one I bought just because I was like, man, I don't know, I guess I just bought 3 because it's like a trilogy and stuff. Did they make like Naked 4, or was that just like kind of the Naked one that they came out after this? I don't know. I kind of lost interest. So this one is probably the one I use the least. It is definitely really, really pink. And the ironic part about this is it's actually the one where, just looking at the colors, I like it the most. Like, just based on what I would think I would like. But this type of, like, so much pink, like this has just a ton of pink undertones and warm undertones in it. I don't know, it just doesn't look right on me. It makes me look like kind of sickly almost. In my opinion, now I'm going to try to be neutral because honestly the one I feel is most worth it is the first one. And I don't think it's any sort of nostalgia I have that it was the first like high-end makeup palette that I bought, or, you know, that it was, you know, I'm still using it after 6 years, which I feel says something. I don't know. I just like that these colors are true earth tones and just really brown. And I feel like this is like the most, I don't know. I just felt like they were doing something unique with this one. And I use it like a ton, like even now. Also, I will say that this palette has the least amount of fallout. So I don't know, I like the formula of this first one the most. However, like I said, I did buy this before they were bought out, and this is a 6-year-old palette. So it may very well be a different formula now for whatever reason. I just feel like the other two for me had a lot of fallout. Now, the second one is quite nice, and in theory, I think that I would use it, but I just don't find myself getting excited and reaching for it this much. Probably because it left a bad taste in my mouth because of the way I received it when it came in. But I don't know. This is kind of cool if you're looking for something that's like earth tones mixed with like metallics and like kind of one of the shades, what is it? No, gunmetal isn't in this one, but I just feel like this has a lot of cool grays and kind of metallic colors. Over here, not a ton of mattes. Yeah, it only has like 3 mattes if you include the black color 4. So if you're into like shine and shimmer and metallics, that's a good one. And then the third one, if you're like really into pink undertones for everything, definitely go for the third one. Like I said, I think the one that is most worth the money is the first one. I just think it's the most versatile. I think it could work with any skin tone. I think that the colors are really just basic but still interesting, whereas the other ones are just trying too hard to be one way or the other. Like the second one's supposed to be neutrals, and then the third one's supposed to be warm undertones, whereas the first one I just feel like stands on its own, like isn't either or. So what do you think? Do you like the first one, the second one, or the third one? I definitely, hands down, if I could go back in time, I wouldn't have even bought 2 or 3, but I did. So I try to use them every now and then, keep them clean, try not to drop them or break them like I have done, apparently, just figuring that out today. So yeah, let me know what you think, and if you're still using these palettes, are you still excited about them? That's the other thing too, like I'm just kind of a little bit over it. Like I don't know, I'm not really convinced that the quality is that great, but I definitely did buy into the hype at a certain point in time. But if you are looking to buy a naked palette, I would definitely recommend the first one. I think that's a solid one to have in your collection as like an everyday look, but also you can do like going out looks, and just, you could do anything with that palette. The other two I don't think are as versatile, to be honest. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.